Stephen Port was dubbed the Grinder Killer for his crimes, because he used the gay dating app to target young men. Anthony Wargate, Gabriel Kovari, Daniel Whitworth and Jack Taylor all died at the hands of Port, who drugged them with overdoses of GHB and dumped their bodies near his flat in Barking, East London, between June 2014 and September 2015. In November 2016, Port was convicted of 22 offences against 11 men, including the 4 murders, 4 rapes, 10 counts of administering a substance, and 4 sex assaults. He was handed a whole life tariff. In December last year, an inquest into the deaths of his victims found that fundamental failures by police investigating the attacks probably cost lives. The inquest jury found officers missed repeated opportunities to catch Port. The families of the 4 young men called for the police watchdog to reopen its investigation into the Metropolitan Police's handling of the case after none of the 17 officers involved were disciplined, with 7 even being promoted. The force apologized over the devastating findings, and the police watchdog confirmed it is considering reopening its inquiry into the bungled original investigations. Reading terror attacker Kerry Sodala murdered 3 men in a park in a brutal knife attack in 2020. The 26-year-old shouted, "Allahu Akbar," as he fatally stabbed friend James Furlong, 36, Drive David Wells, 49, and Joseph Richie Bennett, 39. 3 other people, Stephen Young, 51, Patrick Edwards, 29, and Nishit Nasudan, 34, were also injured before Sodala threw away the 8-inch knife and ran off. Pursued by an off-duty police officer, Sodala, of Basingstoke Road, Reading, pleaded guilty to 3 murders and 3 attempted murders. Justice Sweeney sentenced him at the Old Bailey to a whole life order, saying it was a rare and exceptional case. He was also handed concurrent 24-year jail terms for the attempted murders. In October, he lost a Court of Appeal challenge against the sentence. In a statement released after the ruling, Furlong's family, who were in court, said his loss was a wound they would carry for the rest of our lives, but added that his legacy will live on through those who knew him. Salford hitman Mark Fellows, known as the Iceman, was responsible for the murders of John Kinsella and Paul Massey, 55, who was branded Salford's Mr. Big, was murdered by Fellows outside his home. Judge Justice William Davis sentenced him to a whole life term following a murder trial. Justice William Davis sentenced him to life without parole, following a 2-month trial at Liverpool Crown Court, describing Fellows as a contract killer and a gun for a hire prepared to kill anyone for money who deserved to spend the rest of his days behind bars. He was later handed another life sentence after a jury found him guilty of conspiracy to cause grievous bodily harm with intent for his involvement in a brutal knife attack on Aaron Williams, and a team associate. In June 2019, 3 of the country's most senior judges rejected an appeal that his whole life sentence was excessive. Dismissing the appeal, a judge told Fellows the trial judge was correct in deciding he should never be released.